G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. 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 Hey, yo, Gyno, what's good? Woo! We got MC Delta T. Yeet! Eminem. What? And the O-G-G-Y-N. Yo!
Let me show you the best trap. We about to get lit.
The Gyno Rap! G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. It's a misunderstood field of study, so I'm gonna debunk some myths about the vulva and hymen. Show you all who's the real O-G-G-Y-N. Hey, pardon me, I don't mean to be rude, but people think talking about sex is crude. Miseducation, mistreatment, or violence, let me tell you about the impacts of silence.
The hymen is a membrane, but it doesn't fully cover the vagina. If you're trying to get it going with your lover, you should know that there is no such thing as quote popping the cherry. All this BS is made up to keep women pure till they marry.
G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. It's a misunderstood field of study, so I'm gonna debunk some myths about the vulva and hymen. Show you all who's the real O-G-G-Y-N.
Speaking of first times, you sure as hell shouldn't be bleeding. And the myth that women must bleed on their first time is misleading. If you're bleeding during sex or feeling pain, consult your gynecologist, we must insist.
And while we're on the subject, by no circumstances douche or steam or even rub with soap your genitalia unless you want to irritate them. No, we might add pubic hair removal. It's not a good idea. It lowers sexual sensation and leads to irritation. G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. It's a misunderstood field of study, so I'm gonna debunk some myths about the vulva and hymen. Show you all who's the real O-G-G-Y-N.
Let's address a common question. Why do I have to get vaccinated? Yes, there's an impression here that HPV's impact's inflated, but it can cause cervical cancer. Vaccinating is the answer. It's transmitted through skin contact. Condoms won't always counteract it.
But they do decrease the rate of transmittance, so you should definitely still use them.
Yeah, you should use condoms. I can't believe we have to say this cause it seems objective, but the pull-out method is definitively ineffective. Yet it takes about 100 bouts of unprotected sex on average to get pregnant, and takes more if you used your Rex.
That's true. G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. It's a misunderstood field of study, so I'm gonna debunk some myths about the vulva and hymen. Show you all who's the real O-G-G-Y-N.
Let's talk about the difference between vulva and vagina. The vagina's a canal just like the one in eastern China, while the vulva, the external part, is more like the Great Wall of shields against outside invaders, bacteria and all. It's innervated, has all the sensation can bring upon pain or relation.
G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. It's a misunderstood field of study, so I'm gonna debunk some myths about the vulva and hymen. Show you all who's the real O-G-G-Y-N. Now listen up, you people, because this one is important, and we know we're going fast, but just one last item we're sure. Can't you please understand that not every woman has a vagina, and not every person with a vagina's a woman? Why?
The general consensus based on every piece of evidence, anecdotal, scientific, any work of relevance, agrees that sex and gender are indeed two different elements. Questions from the floor? If so, check this out. That's just our 2 cents.
Gyno people, peace out.
Laters!
Stunt on the haters.
G-Y-N-E-C-O-L-O-G-Y. 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 Hey, yo, Gyno, what's good? Woo! We got MC Delta T. Yeet! Eminem. What? And the O-G-G-Y-N. Yo!